Hello, welcome back to Podcast vs. Player episode 77. I'm Cal, and as always, I'm joined by a man who's disappointed with the new Haribo Star Wars selection. They're all chewy. It's only bloody Dan.
These are getting better and better.
I know, I'm actually putting effort in.
You really are. I'm impressed. That was a good one. Well done.
We might get paid this time.
No.
No, unlikely. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm all Metal Geared and Battlefronted out for the moment.
I know, it's hard going to think that we won't be able to play Battlefront ever again.
Well,
until it's released.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's kind of like when you're a kid, it's like the sort of like the 2-week build up to Christmas. It's just like it's like forever away, and it's just like 4 weeks or something till Battlefront comes out, and it's just like I'm not waiting that long. I might just do what Cartman does on South Park and just freeze myself. Yeah,
it is weird though when you say that, because like when you're younger, and it's like like today, it's like. Well, this week it's like 10 weeks till Christmas. And when you're younger, someone says it's 10 weeks till Christmas, you're like, that is literally forever away.
Yeah.
And somebody says to you now, you're like, fucking hell, that is no time at all, I've got to start shopping.
Yeah,
like,
but the thing is, like, I'm kind of like planning my calendar around release dates. So I'm just like, it's only 4 weeks till Battlefront, and then after that it's like, then the movie comes out. And then after that, it's like next year, and then that's when Daredevil starts. It's like, I don't really think of like holidays or seasons anymore. It's just when's the next thing I'm interested starting or coming out or being released or whatever.
Christmas?
What's
this Christmas you speak of? Is this on PC or? Anyway, you want some news?
Yeah, go on, I'll have some bloody news, go on.
Ubisoft, the creators of the Assassin Glitch Simulator, has now confirmed the recently teased Far Cry Primal, which will launch PlayStation 4 and Xbox One worldwide on the 23rd of February 2016, with the PC version following in March. Ubi Hype describes the game as the next exciting chapter in the Far Cry series and a fully fledged single-player experience, which sounds like it's not going to be a spin-off like Blood Dragon.
Yeah.
But it might be like Far
See,
Cry.
I saw the trailer for this, like its initial launch trailer on the day it came out, and all I could think was, what a good idea. Like, genuinely, what a good idea. However, Far Cry.
Like, I love Far Cry.
I know, I love Far Cry, don't get me wrong, but Far Cry works as Far Cry. It just works as, some remote island, some crazy despot leader, just shit blowing up all over the place, cars, elephants, all that sort of stuff. And then it's just like, well, there is no craziness. 10,000 years BC. You've got a stick, a stone, an axe, and a bow and arrow, and that's pretty much it. Now, I mean, the bow and arrow works fine. Like, I loved that in Far Cry 3.
To be through 4, I only ever used guns if I had to.
Yeah, it's like the perfect stealth weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that bit doesn't bother me. There'll be no wingsuits, no vehicles.
Well, no, I reckon it'll be animals, though, won't it?
Well, I suppose.
In that kind of arc way, where you sort of tame a dinosaur?
Yeah, well, I don't know if there's dinosaurs, though, because...
Well, no, there won't be dinosaurs. There cannot be dinosaurs.
I want them to be dinosaurs.
It's 10,000 years BC.
I know, it's going to be like mammoths and saber-toothed tigers and bears and that kind of stuff, but dinosaurs would be ace. Although, I sold my friend to watch the trailer, because I really liked it. And I saw him the other day. And I started watching him, and he goes, "Look, what futuristic?" What? He goes, "Yeah, it's like really neon, and there was like a
that's Blood Dragon. He's
dragon
thing,
freedom fight." I was like, "That was Blood Dragon, man." That's really
it's like Far Cry Primal, the future game of the past.
Yeah. But anyway, it will launch 15 months after Far Cry 4, so it's not that far. Down the line, really.
Not really, no, but I mean, it's an interesting concept. And I mean, I know that, kind of like primeval kind of survival crafting things are kind of a big thing, especially on PC these days.
Yeah.
But I quite like the Far Cry guys just being able to have their sort of hands on it and, do some crazy stuff with it. And I'm sure it will be crazy, but Like the biggest thing I thought, well, how would they do that? You know, I mean, enemies. You've got other tribes. Brilliant. I love that. Like proper tribal warfare. That's amazing. You know, sort of bad, just general, like everything in the world will kill you. Like there is no medicine. You can't just get a health kit. They don't exist.
There'll be herbs and stuff.
Yeah, definitely, like voodoo doctors and all that sort of stuff. But like the biggest thing I thought of was language, because they obviously won't speak any language they probably made it up.
Yeah, it's going to be like some kind of like ancient civilization type language. But I mean, I'm not a history buff, and stuff like this I know from Jurassic Park and Walking with Dinosaurs. Not the film, the BBC TV show.
TV shoes, yeah.
Yeah, TV shoes.
Love them TV shoes. New from Nike.
And you know, stuff like that. But would they have had a dialect, or would it be like a series of grunts?
I imagine it would be kind of like, it would just be like sort of commands, like you hear, me eat, that kind of thing. I mean, that's how it's usually kind of portrayed.
Yeah, I see like a cave
in the media. Yeah, it's just sort of like fire hot, that sort of thing, rather than, excuse me, would you mind just coming over helping kill this guy? That
hello, old bean.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen at all. It would just be sort of like you hunt, me feed, that sort of thing. But if it's all in subtitles, and it'll have to all be in subtitles, if it's, you know, if there's any kind of story element to it, it's fine. But I don't want to spend, it's like Mass Effect, I don't want to spend 90% of the time looking at the bottom of the screen, reading what the hell's going on. I mean, with Mass Effect, you can just ignore the subtitles and just listen to what they're saying.
Yeah.
But with this, you can't just look at them and try and understand, unless they're all pointing at things. Just go, If they do that, then I could kind of figure it out, but
I think they're going to have some kind of story.
Yeah, it'll be like,
other than the fact that
it's, you know, survival.
These guys are trying to take your land.
Yeah, it's literally like how the hell do we eat? You know,
yeah.
that's like objective number one: get water, get food. That's pretty much all there is to do in that sort of time.
Yeah,
don't die.
Don't die. Yeah, stay alive.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it, and even if it's shit, at least they're trying to take it in a different direction.
Absolutely. I mean, it's kind of like what Call of Duty did. You know, they were all sort of, it was like Call of Duty Medal of Honor. They were like kind of like the big World War II, you know, shooters. And then they brought it back to modern times. That's where Modern Warfare came in, and it's just like, holy Christ, this is great. You've taken the franchise in a totally different period of time, and now they've, you know, gone to advanced warfare. It's kind of like the near future with like exoskeletons, and you know, it is kind of based off real life technology, or you know, real life theoretical technology. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously there's an element of fantasy, but it's certainly all plausible. But for them to go, no, fuck it, we're going to go back and do World War One, or you know, we'll go back and do the Crimean War or the Napoleonic War or something like that, and everyone's got muskets. Like, that would be an interesting change, because it just changes what everyone's used to with it. It's kind of like Assassin's Creed. You know, you set it in all the kind of the same periods and things, but it's when you throw it out and you say, no, we're going to make it in more modern times. You know, we're going to, like Syndicate is obviously the most recent, you know, in terms of the flashbacks anyway. And I think it changes things up, like when they say, we're going to do the same kind of thing, the same kind of great content you're used to, but its setting is going to be completely different. It's going to be so far removed from what you're used to with our games.
But that's what excites me. Like, Syndicate's the first Assassin's Creed I've been excited for since Assassin's Creed 2.
I was pretty excited for Brotherhood, mainly for the fact that you got to work with other assassins.
See, I didn't like Brotherhood. Black Flag was okay.
Oh yeah, with the boats and everything. I think the boats was a great mechanic, and I think it's been ripped off a lot. But I still think that was quite good.
Even Watch Dogs, to a degree. I know it wasn't. Here's an old game we did and we've made it into Watch Dogs, but it's essentially GTA. But they've put their own spin on it. And granted, it wasn't as well received as they hoped, but I thought it was a refreshing change for the sandbox game.
Yeah, I think it was, you've taken a genre that's pretty much been done to death over the last sort of 10, 15 years. And they said, well, what about if we introduce a more sort of Big Brother technological hacking kind of side of it? That works fine. And it was a good game. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I enjoyed it. And Far Cry 4, whilst it was not a massive leap in terms of development from Far Cry 3, I'm still playing it now. It's such a good game. But I think this is a good idea. So to just literally go, alright, let's just do something completely different. There's going to be no wingsuits, there's going to be no vehicles, there's going to be no turrets.
There's going to be no buildings, no communication. Like, how it's just, if you strip it all away and it's just the land and it's you.
Yeah.
That's it. So I mean,
I like that idea.
And absolutely. And I think it would be very easy for them to get comfortable in the kind of the settings that they were doing it in. You know, kind of modern day, you know, and just put them in remote regions of the world, or make up an island or whatever, and just have loads of crazy stuff that goes on there. So for them to say, well, we could do that, we could make Far Cry 5 and 6 in the exact same settings before people start getting bored with it. But they've just gone, well, no, 3 work great, like 1 and 2 and Primal Instincts and stuff were all really good as well, but they're all, again, kind of set in the same kind of time. And yet now they've gone, no, fuck it, we'll go way back before, you know, like to the early days of civilization. That's amazing, I love that. Obviously, I think crafting would have to be a way bigger element.
I think it would be. I mean, it's played quite a big part in 4, like hunting for, which again is something they did in 3, but it's, I mean, there's no reason, it defy history, but there's no reason you couldn't skin an animal and make a wingsuit.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of when it's just like, well, what about if the people of the past just did this? It's like, well, yeah, but they didn't think of it. There wasn't a concept that was even close. I'm pretty sure I could go back in time and make some kind of parachute out of leather and stuff. Yeah. But people back then, it wasn't enough. It just wouldn't happen at all. So you're kind of right. It's just sort of like, what can you add and take away, but without adding or taking away from the sort of the fun? Like, you don't want to take the fun element out of it and just say, well, this is just a history simulator. This is what it was like to live back then. You still want to make it that sort of good, crazy Far Cry thing. But
it's got to be Far Cry. At the end of the day, people have got to look at it, whether they're playing it, whether they're watching a video, and go, this is the new Far Cry. Not, this is new Ark, or Stomping Grounds.
Survival Land, or whatever it's called.
Yeah. It's, anyway, moving on. Good news for you, Dan.
Ooh.
Toy Story 4 has been delayed.
What's that good news for me? I love Toy Story. Alright.
Because The Incredibles 2 has been brought forward.
Okay, I prefer The Incredibles, definitely.
Yeah. Disney has adjusted the release date for Disney Pixar's Toy Story 4 and confirmed when The Incredibles 2 will hit theatres. Toy Story 4, which is going to be a love story about Woody and Bo Peep, will open on June 15th, 2018, according to Deadline. That represents a 1-year delay from its previously scheduled release in June, taking Toy Story 4's original slot is Cars 3, the latest movie about cars at the top. Now, before we go on, Cars is shit.
Yeah,
they shouldn't even be making a Cars 3.
I wasn't really interested.
At all. However, the big news is The Incredible 2 has finally got a release date. The movie will open in theatres on June 21st, 2019.
What?
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's 4 years, well, 3.5 years away.
It's, but that's been brought forward.
Oh. So maybe another Star Wars movie by that time.
Yeah, another 3. But that means it will arrive 15 years after the first one. Hooray.
Well, now I feel old.
I know. Pretty sure you went to the cinema to see it.
The Incredibles, no.
I thought you did.
I don't think so.
I remember going to see episode fucking 3.
Yeah. No, if I did, it was when I was a kid.
Yeah, so. I'd have been it. I think I was in high school, I think.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, actually. I don't know when. I probably would have seen it at DVD or something.
We was at college.
Yeah, depends when it was, but yeah.
Early college.
Either way, I wouldn't have been going to see The Incredibles at college.
I went to see Finding Nemo.
Well, you're an idiot. I was too busy looking at girls.
That's why I went.
Yeah, but they're all 4.
I wasn't on my own. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of got your hopes up a little bit there.
A little bit. I mean, but it's like the whole Dawn of Justice thing. It's like we've moved it forward by like 2 days.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's still closer
like a
than
whole month, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but it's still just like, well, it's still forever away. So you know.
But Daredevil trailer.
Oh yeah, the new Daredevil trailer
leaked from Comic-Con,
and then the day after it came out anyway.
Yeah. It's, to be fair, it's not really a trailer, it's more of a teaser and a recap if you haven't seen it. It's what, minute and a half, 2 minutes long?
It's about 2 minutes 20 or something, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
But like 2 minutes of that is just, this is what happened previously on Daredevil.
Yeah.
On Netflix. Go and buy Netflix.
And then you get to see a glimpse of the new suit. You get to see Elektra. And we get to see Frank Castle's bottom.
Well, the back of his head, yeah.
Yeah.
So, initial kind of impressions. I know what you're going to say first of all, and I'm right with you.
Berg.
No.
It looks really good, I'll be honest. I was even though like the majority of the trailer was everything we've already seen, I was still really excited.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, when I watched the leaked footage on YouTube, it's just like some horrifically dodgy, just someone filming it on their phone kind of deal.
Yeah.
You could see what was going on, but you could sort of see through the blurs and go, okay, I kind of figure out what's going on here, and that looks pretty cool.
You know what I really liked about watching it, because I watched the leaked version. I couldn't tell what was going on until they lifted that Punisher skull.
Well, it was like an X-ray, wasn't
day.
it? It was like an X-ray or something, but it was like the skull overlay. And I'm still kind of not really sold on that skull, to be honest.
It's not the best looking one, but
I'm just kind of used to the classic one. I mean, even the sort of the Ray Stevenson one from Warzone, I was kind of like, it's all right, but
I like it on the cover for Warzone when he's like up against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks all right, but when you see it in the panels in the comic, it doesn't. It looks really fat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like the sort of original one where he kind of like had like the skin tight blue suit and like the white boots and stuff.
Yeah,
that one was just kind of a bit too chunky. But like in like the Max series and stuff,
I was just about to say the Max series.
Yeah, it's kind of redone, and that's the thing is though, because I love the Max series so much, that's kind of, it's like your Bond sort of thing. It's just like, well, it's still not as good as the one I prefer, but that's my own bias, really. But is it going to take away from, John Bernthal?
Yeah.
And his performance? No.
I think he's going to be more like the Max Punisher.
I honestly, I know how much work he's trying to put into this, and I know that he wants to make it real, and because he says that he likes the original Daredevil, the first season of Daredevil, and obviously that's so accurate, and people are just like, yeah, this is really good, actually. Yeah. To try and deviate away from the source material again, like they have in the films, would just anger people, and especially people like me, because I love Daredevil, and I love the Punisher. So for them to try and kind of, emulate the Punisher from the movies, like the Punisher that people are used to, in this sort of new Daredevil horrific world, that would really bug me, and it would just take away from everything else, because I was just like, oh god, he's back on the screen again. And I mean, that's not a testament to his acting ability or anything like that. It's still only with direction that it's made.
If it turns out that it's not a very good idea, and it's not nowhere near as good as we want it to be, I think he's still put like 110% in.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
It's not going to stop people bashing on him, us included. But
well, that's the thing, though. I mean, I always, even if it's something that I'm really passionate about, I'll always go in with an open mind, and I'll always be objective.
Yeah.
But there are some instances where you just didn't try with this, did you? Yeah. You really didn't try. But if you can tell that they're putting the effort in, but it's still bad. It's like Ben Affleck in Batman Superman.
Yeah.
It's just like, even if the film's shit, you know that Ben Affleck has put his fucking heart and soul into that.
Yeah, I think if it's a bad film, I think he's going to be the least bad thing about it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's kind of the get out of jail free card for everybody else, though, isn't he?
No, I mean, it's all riding on Affleck.
Yeah, well, that's it.
If the film's amazing, but he's not quite up to scratch, people are going to just rip on him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's going to happen regardless, to be honest.
Yeah, people are going to find nitpicks.
Of course they are, but I mean, it's still, at the end of the day, you go in, if you enjoy it, it's a good film, and it takes you out of the horrific world that we already live in.
Okay.
It's done its job.
Exactly. And
just because he's like 2 inches bigger than Batman, it doesn't really it doesn't make any difference. They're not saying, this is the comic book we base this exact movie on, page for page. And then if it's not accurate, fair enough, you have your go if you want to. It's still their interpretation of the source material.
It's not going to be line for line.
No,
Because-
well, I mean, that's kind of why I like Watchmen so much, because Watchmen basically is. It's kind of like shot for shot. Like, when I've read through it, and I'm just like, holy Christ, this is the film.
But that's another reason why it didn't do so well.
Because it is too true to its source material.
Yeah,
But
and it was
I loved it.
too
I
hard to
cannot
follow.
recommend it enough. Like,
I
I'm just,
think it's a great film.
yeah, absolutely. If someone's just like, what's the best comic book movie? You know, you're going, oh, The Avengers, Iron Man, whatever. I mean, they're all great, but the simple, you know, page to film translation, I'd say Watchmen's probably my favourite.
Let's be honest, really. The Avengers and stuff like that, not really comic book films anymore.
No, they're kind of their own thing now.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like the Marvel genre.
Yeah, it's a Marvel film.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And I'd say it holds more in like an indirect. I can't think of the word now, but basically it's based more on like the more popular stuff, like the cartoons and stuff.
Yep.
So if you get me, rather.
Well,
than the
yeah, it's kind
comics
of like
themselves.
how they've presented that to the world.
Yeah,
And the world's gone, that's fine, we love that. And they go, right, okay, well, we'll just make that then.
yeah,
So, I mean, if they went back and did kind of, you know, a more accurate Tony Stark and he was just drunk and just an absolute dick all the time and he wasn't funny, then you wouldn't get, you know, 15 million people go to the cinema to watch it. Because they're just like, well, this isn't the Iron Man I like. It's like, well,
Yeah.
no, this is the real one that was written about, though, so shut up.
yeah. And that's the thing, is because people who aren't familiar with the comics, they'll argue something when
That they don't know
anything
about.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that really bugs me.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just like you can't be an expert on something just because you've seen, you know, the film that someone's made about it.
yeah,
If you want to sort of claim to be a comic book nerd or whatever, then for one, you need to have. It's like Mastermind. You need to have a specialist subject in which you know in which series and which issue this happened, who said this, what happened here, why this writer was called off, whatever. And then it's just general knowledge, and that's just being fairly knowledgeable about pretty much everything else.
yeah.
And if you've just watched the films, then no, your opinion does not count because you've just seen a film. It's like if you say like Constantine, like the Keanu Reeves film. I love that. I thought it was a great film. Is it, you know, representative of the source material? No.
Nothing like it.
But, you know, I also wouldn't claim to be an expert on it. So if someone was talking about Constantine and they said, what do you think about this? I'd just be like, I've only seen the film. So,
Yeah.
you know, whatever I say is going to be based on that, and that's probably not accurate to the, you know, however
Prior
things-
to the film, I had never really heard of Constantine, and I checked. I've read a few since, but again, I didn't really pay a lot of attention to the show either.
Oh, man, I'm so gutted they fucking cancelled that.
know.
I absolutely love that.
Um,
Fuckers.
but he's going to be an Arrow.
I know. I mean, it's the same guy as well, isn't it? Yeah. So I mean I've certainly been told that that's way more accurate than the Keanu Reeves film was. But for a start, it's
I
blonde.
tried to do the Daredevil route
What, and just sort of make it.
as
Yeah.
close as possible.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you know, Constantine was still pretty violent and traumatizing.
But it was made for a film, wasn't it? Like same as Spawn.
No, I mean the TV show.
Oh, the TV show. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'd still suggest you give it a good watch because I mean, there's still references and things to other DC characters.
Yeah.
Which is always interesting. And there are some really good moments in it. So I am kind of gutted they got rid of that, especially to favour things like Legends of Tomorrow and stuff. And it's just like, oh, come on.
Well, it's not the same. It wasn't the same.
Have you not seen Daredevil? This is what people want now. For God's sake.
Well, what was it on
Arrow.
there?
God.
What did they put Constantine on?
Good question.
I can't remember what it was now. Because
I want to say CW.
it wasn't on the CW.
Was it not? Was it ABC?
Might have been.
Oh, no.
Might be
Yeah.
Living, because Hannibal was on Living.
No, I mean as in the people that made it rather than...
No, it definitely wasn't CW.
Oh, I can't remember. It's been a while since I've watched it, to be honest.
But anyway, moving on. That's
Sorry,
all the
no,
news.
I can't let it go. We've seen Arrow and Flash, episode 1 and 1.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Rubbish.
Do you think this is Daredevil's fault?
Yeah.
I kind of do.
And you know why I think that? I love Arrow, and Flash is alright. Actually, I really enjoyed the second half of
Yeah,
last season
absolutely.
of
Yeah.
Flash. And Gotham was okay. and then I watched Daredevil, and everything else seemed really shit. And now
It is,
Gotham
yeah.
is amazing.
But that's the thing, though. I think that Gotham has done the right thing. I think they've kind of sat back and just said, well, you can't really do the comic booky stuff anymore, because unless you're doing it in a film, it doesn't really work. And then they've seen Daredevil and gone, holy Christ, okay, well, they can do it, but that's just a random guy, you know, that's what Arrow should be. Not Flash, because obviously Flash is a superhero.
Yeah.
He has superpowers, whereas Arrow is just a dude. And I think they've just tried to focus it more on the sort of violence and the carnage. And obviously, Jerome totally made those first 3 episodes. It is all on him and Sean Pertwee, who plays Alfred.
Yeah.
Like, just those two, and the kid who plays Bruce Wayne as well. For a child actor, he's really good.
He is a very good actor, and I'll be honest. Oh man, I forgot his name. Ben.
Oh, the guy who plays Jim Gordon. Yeah,
Gordon. He hasn't actually had a big of a role in the first 3 episodes.
Well, it's still kind of
Really?
no. I mean, it's more sort of Jerome's story, and then this new guy, who I can't remember his name either. The new billionaire that just turns up in town. It's kind of just been about the baddies, and that's kind of what I like. Because without Batman, the Batman universe is just about the bad guys.
That's the subtitle for the series, though, isn't it? It's Rise of the Villains.
Really,
Yeah.
brilliant. Then I think this is probably going to be the best season.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to Flash, Arrow, and Gotham, I think that this season for them will be outstanding.
Yeah.
But I am still looking forward to the Luke Cage series on Netflix. I'm also really looking forward to Jessica Jones as well.
Jessica Jones.
I think that could be really good.
Yeah.
But more importantly, and more importantly than all of them, I think, Walking Dead premiered.
I still haven't watched it.
God damn.
But I've heard mixed things. Don't spoil anything.
I will not. I absolutely will not.
I've heard mixed.
But it's a return to form, shall we say. Things kind of got a bit of wishy-washy sort of through 3 and 4, and then things kind of settled back in through season 5, you know, when they had the community and Rick's just going on rampages and stuff.
See, I lost interest again.
No, I was proper hooked back on it in season 5. That picked me back up again. And now this is just...
episodes. The last few episodes of 5 were good.
I just love the transformation of everyone. I just think it's brilliant. Like, you can just tell that these guys are like... If you're wandering onto Call of Duty and you get blown away, these are the fucking MLG guys that are doing it.
A lot of Call of Duty references today, though.
I know, yeah. I think it's Black Ops 3. It's fucking everywhere at the moment.
You don't even like Call of Duty.
I don't know. I'll always give it a go. I'll always give it a go.
And I will always be disappointed.
Yeah, I know, but it's got to be done.
Anyway, speaking of new things, Dan, we played Star Wars Battlefront beta.
Yes.
Thursday through to yesterday.
Yes, Monday. Tuesday. It was extended for a day.
Tuesday? Yes, Wednesday today. Or Thursday, if you're listening to this. I like it.
I really
liked it.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing I am not happy with is I am shit.
Well, that's your problem, not the game's.
But I'm still standing by it. I came 5th and 3rd and 5th on the PS4, and I took photographic proof because I knew Dan wouldn't believe me.
He did, and he sent them to me.
I did, and I thought I'm getting a hang of this now, and then I've come back on PC, and I'm just shit again.
Yeah.
Even if I plug the controller in, shit.
See, this is why PC gamers always try and hold themselves above console players. Because you can...
Because they're all camping bastards.
No, they're not all camping bastards. They know the nuances of these kind of games. And they know them way more than console players do. And I don't know why, and don't ask me for an explanation because I don't know why. But I can play Battlefield on the PC and get my arse kicked 10 ways till Sunday. Then I can go and play Battlefield 3 on like the 360 or whatever. And I will dominate. And it's just like, I don't understand.
I think it is a series of... Not skill... But I don't know what it is.
No, that's the thing. Like, I'd really like to kind of have a good think about it and try and see. I mean, it's obviously a different control mechanism if you're using a keyboard and mouse. And the mouse is obviously, it's always going to be more accurate and more sensitive than a controller. thumbstick.
Yeah.
So I mean that could play quite a big part in it. You know, you're kind of used to rapid movements.
But then when I plug, I mean, again, it might be down to the different controllers, but like I was playing on PS4 and I was doing really well, and then I mean, I'm not great with the mouse and keyboard anyway, depending on the game. So I plugged my Xbox One controller in, and I still was shit. So you know, I don't know. I don't know whether it's just the feeling of being just sat in my chair or on the sofa, and just being relaxed, or as opposed to being sat in the computer chair and being up against the screen. Whether subconsciously you're not focusing properly, or
well, maybe. I mean, your field of vision's kind of reduced a lot more when you're playing typically anyway, on a PC or on a laptop, because the screen's smaller, which means you're just looking straight ahead, really. But if you're sat down in the living room, you've got everything that's going on in the living room, sort of in the corner of your eye, or you know, you've got the floor, and I don't know. I just I've noticed it when I'm playing Metal Gear. Like I just completely lose focus of where I am. Like if someone just walks into the room and I'm playing Metal Gear, I'm just like, what? Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm in my room, aren't I? Fuck. Like it just totally removes me from my environment. Whereas if I'm playing something on the TV, I don't know, I'm just very aware of the fact that I'm playing a game. I don't know what it is. Again, it's one of those things where...
You primarily play PC though, don't you?
Most of the time now, yeah, definitely. But yeah, Battlefront though was...
Yeah,
fucking...
anyway, totally off subject.
Yeah, no. But Battlefront, I mean, I'm sure you were going to bring it up at some point, so I'll cover it now. It's a beta. Stop fucking whinging about it.
Yeah.
If there's balance issues, if there's respawn issues, it's not there for that. It's not there for that. It's there to make sure that it works online when it comes out.
Have come out today and said they are fully aware of the balance issues between the Rebels and the Empire, or the Imperials, on Walker Assault. And they said that's going to be fixed before launch day, which is a good thing. But at the same time, though, I thought, after thinking about it, I thought it was quite true to the...
Well, that's the thing. Like, this is something that was... what was basically pointed out to me today. The Rebels lost that battle.
Yeah.
So it's just like, well, yeah, it should be like an impossible challenge. To try and take out these, you know, two enormous robot, you know, camel things. And, you know, have the limited ground forces they did and stuff. That's why they lost, because they didn't have enough. So it's just like, well, from a game perspective, yeah, it's not very fun, because you think you're just getting your ass handed to you every single time. But the fact is, it should be to say, well, we can do better than the Rebels did in the film. Because if we can take them down, holy shit, they didn't do that, we did that. We
filmed, there's a video gone up already, where we've done one of the modes called Drop Loan. And then we did Walker Assault, and not spoil it, but we won as the Rebels. And I was genuinely thrilled.
Yeah, it was just like the odds are fully stacked against you, and yet we're still...
In the beginning,
yeah.
We're going to lose because we're the Rebels. And then we won.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you won another one after.
Yeah, I'd actually won quite a few. I mean, obviously not me, it was a team effort, of course, but... No, you're right, it was me. Everyone else was just quivering in the trenches, and I was, oh man, you should have seen me, it was incredible. Unfortunately, I didn't record it, so I can't prove any of that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I believe you though.
Thanks, man.
But it's, I've seen so many negative opinions, and don't get me wrong, if you don't like it, you don't like it.
Yeah, don't pay for it then.
It's your opinion. Yeah,
don't pay for it. No one's forcing you to pay. It's not saying, oh, you've bought it, so then you get early access to it. No, it's just saying, well, we need to make sure that the servers won't explode when we turn it on.
Yeah.
So, here, play it for a few days, test the servers to the limits, and also give us feedback. If there's certain elements you like, we'll carry them on. If not, if there's a constant thing of barrage of people saying, we hate the power-up cards, absolutely hate them, they'll say, well, shit, maybe we should rethink that. I mean, the game's finished now anyway.
Yeah.
So, this is just sort of ironing out bugs and things, so they would have left it a bit too late to... actually take feedback on board. But, balancing issues, spawn issues, those are things that would be repaired anyway.
Yeah. But there's no reason. It's a beta. The game could be shit. Like, not shit, but, like, broken. And it didn't work. It's a beta. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. If you can't connect to it, yeah, you've used up a bit of memory space on your computer.
Delete it.
Yeah, delete it.
But if people are comparing it to a demo... And it's not a demo.
Well, no, if it was a demo, it would be called a demo. It would be released as a demo. That's why, like, when you go on like Xbox Live Arcade or Xbox Live, there is a demo section.
Yeah.
For things that
section.
No. It's like specific levels that say this is a good representation for you to go out and spend your money on our game.
Well, it's a free playable version of an entire level of a finished game, and you go, oh, this is quite good. I'll buy this. Or it's not really my cup of tea. Now, I think there should be more demos.
I don't know. I mean, it's because you've still got to make. If you just ripped it straight from the game, then obviously it shouldn't be too hard. But most of the demos I play, there is kind of like a warning on it to say, elements may change or whatever. But for any demo that I've played and bought the game, that's very rarely been the case.
There's been a few. There's been a few I've done.
Yeah. Well, but in this instance, though, they didn't try and sell it on the fact of this is our sort of plea for you to go out and buy it. They could have not released a beta at all. They couldn't have done an alpha. I still would have bought the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I shouldn't do, because that's not good consumer logic. But
Star Wars.
It's Star Wars. It's Battlefront. I love both.
I remember talking about the initial reveal for Battlefront.
Yeah.
And it was like 10 seconds of a video.
Yeah.
And the first thing I thought, one of the first things you said afterwards, I really want to go and play Battlefront 2. And the same day they announced they closed the servers.
Yeah, it was like in June or July or something like that. But that was this year. Like, so that was probably when they'd like released when they told us what the release date was.
Oh no, it was. Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, because the very first trailer came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was like the PS4.
That sort of teaser thing. Yeah.
But no, it's good. It's very good, and it's authentic. And there's a few niggles, but it's more personal gripes, like stuff they can't change, and that's people camping. I hate camping.
That's just the mentality of the players, though.
But I don't get it. It's not fun.
Well, it's because it's more about statistics rather than enjoyment for some people, and that it winds me up. But then I just think, fuck it, I don't really care.
I only had one day where I didn't particularly enjoy it, and I think that was the day the day before we filmed. And other than that, I was losing. I was getting killed all the time. I got a few kills in, but I was just enjoying it.
Yeah,
and that was a big thing, and it's not too dissimilar from when we play GoldenEye Source, where I die a lot, but I have fun and I have a laugh. And that's ultimately what playing a game's all about.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think it's still going to be a very multiplayer. It's obviously multiplayer, but I mean, as in order for you to really get your enjoyment out of it, play with friends.
Yeah.
Because if I was doing that, just playing it on my own, I'd probably get really annoyed with it. Kind of like in the Battlefield way, because like that really pisses me off. But it's because, there are sort of teams of like 8 people that you're playing against, and they're all talking to each other, and they'll just tell you where they are. Tell them where you are.
You know what we didn't do, that I thought we should have done, is when me, you and Rich was on, we should have all got in X-Wings and like, Red 5 blue.
Yeah, to be fair though, I was playing, I think it was on the day before it finished, because I didn't actually play it on the last day, which I was pretty gutted about. It'd already finished by the time I got home. But I was getting absolutely fucking annihilated by TIE fighters. And I mean, they were just dead shotting me. Like, they were just screaming in, and they'd just be blasting, and they'd nail me. Like, I got killed more by, like, aerial aircraft than in that one match than I had through the entire beta.
Bloody hell.
Like, they were just nailing me. But the thing is, like, when I actually was watching them, they were, like, flying in formation and stuff.
Fucking hell.
And I was just like, Jesus Christ. As soon as you're on a map with these fuckers, it's going to be a nightmare. But to be fair, though, they're just playing the game well. That's all it comes down to. So, I mean, I shouldn't go, fuck it, it's just bullshit. I should say, well, they're really good, so I need to get better.
Yeah. Same as anything. You don't give up, like, you do it a rate, like a 100-metre sprint, and someone passes you, you're like,
you just go, fuck it,
I'm just going to stop.
You've just got to keep on playing, you've got to keep on improving. If, after you've put sort of like 200 hours into it or whatever, and you're still not getting anywhere, then you're probably just not going to.
Probably not the game for you.
But if you're having fun through those 200 hours, then that's all that matters.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, it's not the same, but it's the same kind of situation. But a lot of people say to, like, my fiancée, she likes to watch me play games like Resident Evil, Uncharted, like Tomb Raider, like single player games that she won't play, but she likes to watch me play.
Oh, don't tell Jimmy Kimmel that.
Oh yeah, Jesus. If only I'd put it on YouTube.
I know, yeah.
But she likes to sit and watch, and we recently played, did an entire playthrough of Until Dawn, and she loved it. And a lot of people say, like, if you like it, why don't you just play it? Because I'm not very good, so I'd rather enjoy it by watching somebody play it properly, who can use a controller, and I can actually enjoy it rather than getting frustrated. And the amount of people that's like, that's just fucking weird. It's not.
Well, I'm sure that there's a lot of people who really, really enjoy football, but you put them on a pitch and they can't do shit.
Yeah. That's a pretty good analogy, to be fair.
It's just like, well, I really like watching it, but I can't play it. And then you've got people commentating over that.
Well, how many people watch F1 drive Formula 1 cars?
Well, how many would if they had the chance to, shall we say?
How many would survive?
Well, that's another thing. But like, there's a football pitch like every sort of 20 minutes or something. If there was an F1 track, then yeah, you'd probably get way more people driving them. But yeah, there would probably be a lot more dead people.
But it's the same with everything though. If somebody watches Holby City, doesn't mean they're a fucking doctor.
Well, they think they are.
Oh, most people think they're a doctor these days.
Oh, don't get me started.
But at the end of the day, if you enjoy something, as long as you're having fun, if you're shit at a game, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's called fun.
Yeah. If you want to treat this as a demo, that's entirely up to you. Yeah. If you're going to judge your purchase of this, that's on you. But at the end of the day, no one's forcing you to buy it. If you go, oh, it's just shit. I'll spend 60 quid on it. Yeah, get the deluxe edition. Oh, it's still shit. It's like, well, that's your own damn fault.
Yeah. Should have trusted your first instincts.
Yeah. It's just like, if you didn't enjoy it, don't buy it. No one's making you.
No. And to be fair, I'd prefer to have people like that, because that's one less person I've got to put up with on there.
Yeah, fucking moaning at you, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, if you played the beta, and did you play Battlefront beta? I didn't really like it. It's like, why? It's like, I don't know. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's the only thing that can come from that. You just go, oh, well, I really liked it. Oh, why did you enjoy it? Oh, because this, and this, and it sounds right, and blah, blah, blah. And they go, I didn't actually think of it like that. Yeah. I've still got it. I'll give it another go tonight and see what I think. But at the end of the day, you can't go, no, your opinion's wrong. Well, no, my opinion is my opinion.
Yeah.
So as long as you can never be wrong.
You've only got a reasonable argument. You can't be wrong. Unless you are wrong.
Yeah, well, it's just like, oh, yeah, it's shit, that demo. And it's like, well, for one, it's not a demo. But, go on. And it's like, well, I just kept fucking spawning in and just getting killed all the time. I was just like, okay.
Can't play any other game.
Well, were you bad? It's like, well, I don't even get a chance, man. Fucking, you spawn in and just, your fucking big robot thing just shoots me. It's like, well, it's always there. And, everyone else has to deal with it. And yet, if you're the only one with 45 deaths on it and no kills, then it's probably you, not the game.
Yeah. I died a lot. But
yeah, but you don't say it's a shit game because of it.
No, there was a lot of games where I died a lot. I didn't even get a single kill.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of games where I got a few kills. I still died a lot. And then there was the games I played where I actually did really well. It's called luck.
Well,
everything.
It's luck of the draw as to who you get on your team, who's on the enemy team.
Yeah. I was playing Rocket League earlier, and I'm shit at Rocket League. But I did very, very well today. But the only reason I did well because everyone else was shit. And that's the same with everything. Like, you get someone, Dan is a world-class Battlefront, Battlefield, for every first-person shooter game. Dan's A star. He gets the best death to kill ratios.
Okay, just stop lying now.
No, I'm making a person.
Oh, okay.
However, that doesn't necessarily mean he's always going to be the best, because there's going to be somebody else that's better.
No, absolutely.
Somebody else that's better than them.
I play with Rick on Battlefield 4 quite a lot. And don't get me wrong, Rick is amazing at Battlefield. Like, he will get 30 odd kills, have 2 deaths, and that's not through sitting in a tank or sitting in a helicopter. That's running around, getting his fucking dick in. In the action.
Is this new DLC or something like that?
It could be, yeah. But because I always spawn on him and I'm following him around, and he absolutely nails everyone, and he's just playing the game properly. And he's not, sort of just using cheap tricks or whatever to get, a bunch of easy kills. And, like, there's times where I'll beat him, and he'll come, like, right at the bottom. He's got way more deaths than kills. And it's just like, well, that's just how that match turned out.
Yeah.
You just weren't very lucky on it, or you weren't concentrating properly, or you got a headache or whatever.
But then they'll play a game, and he'll trounce you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, I mean, look at GoldenEye. We'll play hundreds of games of GoldenEye. And sometimes I'll beat you, sometimes you'll beat me. More often than not, you'll beat me. But at the end of the day, it just depends what happens there.
Yeah, you don't know where the other person's mind's at.
I am genuinely, not exceptionally good, but I'm very good at Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
You beat me, and it was the first time you played.
Yeah. So, I mean, that one should hurt more.
Yeah, it does. And this is why you're never allowed around ever again.
True, but I also, like, I play Mortal Kombat with, like, Zoe and stuff. And then Zoe wipes the floor with me. Yeah. I'm just like, God damn it.
And she does use Devora, though. But
I know, yeah, that's like cheating, really, isn't it? So it technically shouldn't count. She's just a big cheater.
Devora is Zoe's Scorpion.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we've got... I got the combat pack, so I've got like all the characters now. And I got Predator, and I was like, yeah, that's it now, Predator. So you beat me with every single person.
Well, it's just because you're not used to it, though, isn't it?
Well, to be honest, it seems Predator's actually the worst character out of the new ones.
Ooh.
I know. But again, look at the draw. Stuff happens.
Yeah.
That's
Get over
just
it.
how it works. Same with it. It's not just video games, in life in general.
All right, come on, we're digressing a little bit there.
A lot. So, firstly first. Day one purchase. Battlefront. Yay, nay?
No.
Now,
I'm only going to say that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's amazing. I genuinely cannot wait to buy it. But they still don't have the best track record when it comes to day one launches.
Exactly.
So for my own, because of past experience, and I mean, don't get me wrong, this beta is, if anything, a testament to how much they've tried to work on that, as it worked pretty much from the get-go. I didn't just drop out. I didn't fall for the world. The game didn't crash, nothing like that. So I was pleased with that. But it's still a full release.
Yeah.
And I mean, although their server may have well got a damn good kick in from everyone playing the beta. Just because, you had 2 million people or whatever play it, there may be 4 who buy it.
Yeah.
So there may be people who didn't want the beta, or just said, no, I'll just play the full game when that comes out.
Yeah.
And they may not be expecting that, which means for the first week or two, it may get fucking destroyed. And, it's just completely unplayable.
I couldn't agree more. And the problem is, though, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to do the same thing, and I don't think it's... I mean, we was talking about the sales projection the other day, and I think this is a good reason as to why it's not going to make a lot of money, because it's like the first 2 weeks of a game sale that are important, and if there's 10 million people who are thinking of buying it, and only 2 million of them buy it,
because everyone else is just like, well, Battlefield didn't work for like a year on the PC, so...
Or, I really want it, but I don't think it's worth full price. I'll wait till it's a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
People like that.
I'd like to see what they make in 2 weeks, say, and then I'd like to see what they make in 6 months.
Yeah.
Because I reckon there'll be a huge escalation, because there will just be stories and articles and people making videos and stuff just saying, it's broken, you can't fucking connect to anything, blah, 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 blah. But in 6 months' time, it could be the best online multiplayer.
Yeah.
It could be, the best received, the most nostalgic. It could be absolutely great. So you pick it up then, and you only spend 30 quid.
Yeah.
And, then have a look at the sales figures and just say, well, we didn't get off to a great start. We can only assume that's because of, past history with Battlefield. However, 6 months later, when everyone realised that everything's A-OK, everything works as it should do, then they went and bought it.
Yeah.
So that may be something to go back to, say, sort of middle of next year, and see how things are getting on then.
Good idea. I'm going to wait. I know I've just said this makes me a bit of a hypocrite, but it's too close to Fallout, man.
Well, that's also the big thing. It's just like, a lot of people won't really be able to afford to get 2 AAA titles in the same month.
Close to Christmas as well.
Well, that's it. I mean, I reckon if anything, it's going to be like, okay, I'll buy you one, and then you buy yourself one, and go, right, okay, I'll have Fallout 4 when that comes out, and then you can get your Battlefront for Christmas. And plus, I think Christmas will probably be a big thing for Battlefront. As an actual gift for, well, yeah, for sure, for like the actual marketing side of it, but like as gifts and things, like Christmas presents, and then also the film.
Yeah.
That's going to drop in December, and that will get everyone on a super Star Wars hype. Is there a Star Wars game? Not for the film, but there is Battlefront, which is also amazing. And they go, oh, I'll buy it, great, and I can just run around on...
Turns out there's going to be a level in that from Episode 7 as well.
Well, this is the thing. There is going to be a season pass available for it, which is not great news, but it's predictable, and it's, they need to make money.
It was going to happen.
So, yeah, it's EA at the end of the day.
Anyone who thought that it wasn't...
Yeah, if you thought you were going to spend 45 quid and get the full thing and there wouldn't be anything more for it, you're a fool.
Yeah.
But there will be, apparently there's about 4 or 5 expansions that they don't know what they are yet, but they are planned for release.
Yeah,
so what that season pass... But that's it, that's what that season pass gets you.
Yeah.
So if they say, well, you get everything in the next 6 months, and they release 1 in 6 months, and then 4 over the next year, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather... I don't want to wait, honestly, I really don't. But I'm more than happy to buy it when I know that the normal static game works fine. And then when all the DLC's available, like when it's all available, then I'll get a season pass and I'll get it all in one big go. Unless it's like, oh, by the way, we've done the Attack of the Clones, and I'll be like, holy shit, you fuckers, okay, I'll buy it. Because honestly, if they do that and they say just that one scene from Attack of the Clones where it's all the droids versus all the stormtroopers, and then all the Jedi start piling in stuff, and Jango, god damn it, I'll have to have that. That's like my favourite scene from like all 3 films.
It was good. But no, I mean, I shall wait briefly. I'm probably going to get it for PC now. So that's another thing. Balls. I meant to get that for Christmas.
Well, you can just get Metal Gear instead.
I don't know, I'm getting that this month.
Well, you better get it soon, because I've pretty much completed it.
Oh no, I'll get that on PS4. We've had this discussion then.
Yeah, dickhead. Metal Gear Online has now launched, though. So I've had a few goes on that. I absolutely rinsed someone out for their supplies. So whoever that was, really sorry about that, but I needed them. It's really good, though. I love the sort of like infiltration missions. So it's like restricted like a certain section of the base. And like I just went to the one where all this guy's resources, and I only picked on him because he had like the lowest rating, like out of our sort of group, and I tranquilized everyone on the platform because all these men were shit anyway, so I didn't want them. Tranquilized all of them, and then stole like 40 containers worth of resources. I mean, I was down in terms of actual currency because I spent so much in extracting all of it, but I have so much resource now because of it. I mean, he had nothing left. I wiped it out. So I do apologise for that, but that's why you need security. Do your research.
Not just in games, in life. You're learning a lot about life today.
Probably stupid lessons, but lessons nonetheless.
Anyway, Dan, that's it for this week.
Yes, it is.
What's coming up on the channel? We've got recently gone up.
Well, recently we've put up Star Wars, the drop zone mission that we did. There's also...
Oh, my video. How to draw.
Oh, yeah, that was it, yeah.
I was trying to think what else we'd done.
Yeah, no, that was it. I was just sort of thinking back over, just like, have we actually done anything?
No, it's been a while.
Yeah, there's been a few issues, so we've had a bit of a break and just sort of caught up on things. But I tweeted your video out to Obsidian, and they loved it.
I did see they tweeted us back. Our new best friends, Obsidian.
Yeah, fucking love Obsidian. Well done. Make another Knights of the Old Republic, fuckers.
But other than that, we have part 2 of our Star Wars Battlefront beta video, which will be Orca Assault.
Yep.
Where we reign triumphant. Maybe you just have to watch and see.
I can't remember, so yeah, you'll have to.
And planned, I don't think we have anything particularly planned. So, Dan, how do you feel about Can You Believe It?
Absolutely.
And we need a game to play.
Well, there's still the Unreal Tournament video, which I put on. Yeah, I put that on hold whilst we were dealing with Battlefront because that's just better, really. But it's more. It's oh, very funny. It's just more relevant at the moment, so we thought we'd get those ones up a little bit quicker. So there's still Unreal to go, and we've still got a couple more rounds of Sporkle to go.
Yes, indeed.
Also, I'm making pretty good progress.
Very
talk. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm making pretty good progress with Space Engineers as well. So there's been a few more mods that I've added, which just makes the list to just fucking ridiculous lengths.
Good job, I have a new graphics card.
I know. I mean, you'll be able to see it in a whole new light now. You turn the DirectX 11 on that. God damn.
I'll have to see it in light.
Oh, you'll love it. It was like Minecraft before, but now it's just like, holy shit, this is awesome.
If you want to check out our videos, you can go to the website, which is www.podcastversusplayer.com or .co.uk. That's got all the videos, all the podcasts, all the reviews, all the articles, all the opinions, everything. If you just want to check out the content, you can go to the YouTube, which is...
It's www.youtube.com/podcastvsplayer.
Excellente. If you would like to join in on our Twitter shenanigans, you can very easily by literally putting in the words podcast v player into Twitter, and it will take you to us like a magical journey through the powers of Doctor Who's underpants.
Probably not quite so grimy, but yeah, you'll absolutely get there. Grimy-wimey. Boom.
Grimy-wimey.
Doctor Who joke. They Twittle.
It's a new
Twittle?
social media.
Really? Are you starting this up or?
Yeah, Kickstarter. Just 15 English pounds will get you instant access to Twirtle. Was it
Twirtle? It's already changed the name.
I forgot what I said already.
Twittle.
And basically it's a little bit like Twitter and a little bit like Facebook and Tumblr. But instead of posting statuses, you literally just give me £15 a month.
Yeah. You can scrabble on it there.
You can scrabble. Oh, I forgot all about it. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go and scrabble myself. Say goodbye, Dan.
Bye.